the Chief Architectural Engineer Emeritus at the Center for Building Science at the National Renewable Energy Laboratory in Colorado. Ron Judkoff, a returned Peace Corps volunteer.
National Renewable Energy Laboratory is the only laboratory in the U.S. laboratory system that is completely dedicated to clean, green technology. It's all about creating zero carbon technologies to combat climate change and save us all from climate change. The little mud hut I lived in Burkina Faso in West Africa, and there was no power. It was truly a zero energy building. So I started getting interested in things like, oh, thermal mass. What does that really do? That's the heavy construction materials and how it can store heat and even out temperature swings during the day. And then our water was always cool to drink because the clay that they used was just porous enough so that the water wouldn't come out, but vapor could penetrate through the clay and it would evaporatively cool the water.
In Senegal, Ron rode a moped to a rural village to meet with their chief. They agreed that Ron would provide tools, know-how, and materials for them to hand dig a water well. The chief and elders' council agreed to provide 6 workers. After designating several spots, Ron asked the village chief to pick the best of the designated choices. The chief delegated the village shaman to make the final selection. Using a tree log, big rocks, rope, and a metal pulley that Ron bought from the nearest city, they began the work, which took 10 weeks. The completed well was 10 meters deep, concrete lined, and used the rope and pulley setup.
Working with the villagers,
Ron said, "I'm proud and grateful for the positive changes I was able to bring to the communities I served, sinking 40 water wells, building baby birthing clinics and latrines. I became close with the people I worked with. When your life depends on those at the top of a well pulling you up on a rope from a 35-foot deep hole in the ground, you get close."
Then I went to university, got a degree in architecture at Columbia University. I believe my Peace Corps experience helped me get into Columbia. One of my professors who had served on the admissions committee told me that my application essay and art portfolio, emphasizing my background in the Peace Corps, was unique, and the committee got curious about me. My experience of indigenous architecture in Peace Corps West Africa actually contributed to my hiring at NREL, because passive solar bioclimatic design was relevant to the solar and energy efficiency in buildings program that they were hiring for. My practical construction experience didn't hurt either. What got me interested was how buildings in the little village of Sabse in Burkina Faso did and cooperated with the climate there to make things comfortable, even though there was zero energy. This is a zero energy 350,000 square foot office building on the NREL campus.
Ron said, "The cultural sensitivity I gained in Peace Corps served me well throughout my career at the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, which involved, in part, designing building projects in Bamako and Marrakech and leading multinational International Energy Agency research projects on energy efficiency and solar energy."
You know, I actually worked on like the Zion National Park Visitor Center. These little towers that you see up here that you might think are chimneys or something, those are actually downdraft evaporative coolers. People come in here and they sit in front of this, what looks like a fireplace, that what they're really doing is cooling down from the downdraft evaporative cooling.
Are you under 40, looking for a well-paying career to address the climate crisis? Consider this. You can join Peace Corps and work on environment sector projects. When you return to the USA, your experience can lead to a career that reduces climate change or advances any of the many ways to promote environmental sustainability.